Tonight, disturbing police video from a town with a gruesome history of racial violence. Police in Jasper, Texas, brought Shea Diggles to the jail there for a $100 unpaid traffic ticket. There's no audio on the surveillance video, but it appears to show her and the police officer getting into an argument. The situation quickly escalates. The video shows another officer slamming her head into the counter. He has a fistful of hair and is repeatedly yanking on her head and wrestles her to the ground. A second surveillance camera shows the incident from another angle. You can see the second police officer walk up and handcuff her. He's the one who grabs her head and slams her into the counter. It's the same officer who drags her along the floor by her ankles, pulling her into a jail cell. Ms. Diggles was charged with resisting arrest. But after this video was released, that charge was dropped. Also, after the video became public, the two police officers were fired. All of this happened in a town made notorious by a horrific hate crime back in 1998 when three white men chained a black man named James Byrd Jr. to the back of their pickup truck. They dragged him more than 2 miles until he was finally decapitated. The atrocity led to the Hate Crimes Act signed by President Obama in 2009. This new incident is bringing back some painful memories to the people of Jasper, Texas, and raising serious questions about what changed, if anything, in that town. Joining me now is the woman shown in that video, Shea Diggles, along with her lawyer, Cade Burnson. Thank you both for being here tonight.
Thank you for letting us be here, Reverend.
Now, I should note that today we reached out to the Jasper police and they declined a request to comment. Shea, first of all, let me ask you, how are you doing after going through all of that?
I could be better.
I
going
can
through
imagine.
a lot right now. Mm-hmm.
Now, how did it happen?
Just basically, I was supposed to have been paying a ticket that supposedly had went into a warrant, and they wanted their money, I guess. So I kind of got the opportunity to be able to call and try to get the money. And then that I wasn't able to get the money, so there was a problem.
And it escalated to a verbal argument, and then, as we saw on the tape, it got very physical on their side.
Yes, sir.
Now, what were you thinking when the officers did what we saw them do to you on that tape?
I was scared. I thought they were going to kill me. I thought I was going to lose my life. That was it.
Now, did you suffer any injuries?
Yes, sir. I have a bald spot on the right side of my head. I don't have any hair. I have bruises and lacerations from the handcuffs. I have a broken and shattered tooth. My bracket is gone off my top tooth.
Braces.
Yeah.
What, you and the officers were just arguing about a traffic ticket.
Yes, sir.
And the payment of a traffic ticket.
Yes, sir. My fine was $150. I had to come up with $150, but my mom didn't have enough money.
So $150, and they go like this, as we see on tape. Kate, I understand you have questions talking about the tape, about the lack of audio on this tape.
Yes, Reverend. I mean, it would be very helpful for everyone concerned if we had the audio. And from what I understand from other law enforcement personnel that I know, this tape should have audio, and mysteriously it is missing. And, you know, we don't exactly know why they came and arrested her from her house. You know, they arrested her at about 8:30 in the morning on Sunday, May 5th, got her out of bed on Sunday morning. And so we still haven't gotten a straight answer as to exactly why she was there that day. But what we do know is that she was trying to get her mom to bring some money to her so she could get out of jail. And instead, the police officer hung up the phone. And then, obviously, he is the aggressor. The cops are the aggressor throughout the entire thing. They shove her, slam her head into a counter, then body slam her, and then drag her by her feet into a darkened cell, handcuffed, where they leave her for several hours without providing or even offering medical attention.
They went to her house Sunday morning, 8:30, and arrested her about a parking ticket.
Approximately 8:30, and again, the parking ticket has been used. We don't exactly. We haven't gotten a straight answer as to why they were there. We think it was for some type of traffic citation ticket, but that is yet to be determined.
Now, what was your reaction yesterday when you heard the police officers had been fired?
I was excited. I was happy, but I still don't feel like everything is done. I don't feel like that's it. I don't feel like enough was done.
Kay, do you think there should be a criminal investigation of these two officers?
Absolutely, Reverend. To add insult to injury, and I believe in an effort to cover their tracks, they charged her with resisting arrest. Well, after the video surfaced, they dropped those charges and those policemen were fired. But I do believe that we need an outside, independent law enforcement agency such as the Texas Rangers or the FBI to come and investigate her brutal beating.
Kate, if this video hadn't been made public, would these two police officers still be on the job?
Reverend, that's the most disturbing point, I think, of this whole thing, that but for the courageous actions of basically a whistleblower who released this video nearly a month after this beating occurred, if that had not happened, but for those actions, those policemen would still be on the streets patrolling, and Miss Diggles would still be facing a resisting arrest charge.
Kate, do you plan to file a civil lawsuit?
Reverend, we're in the process. We absolutely believe there is a history and and I don't have to tell you, I'm preaching to the choir, but there is a history and a pattern of police abuse directed specifically at African Americans in the city of Jasper, Texas. We believe that policy and pattern, we will be able to show it, and we believe her civil rights were violated, and we are going to fight for her, and we are going to shine a spotlight on that city and on that police department and hold them accountable.
Now, we all remember, Shea, the horrific murder of James Byrd Jr. back in 1998. I came down and spoke at that funeral. How are race relations in Jasper today as compared to then?
Nothing. Hadn't anything changed. Everything is still the same. When you left, it's still the same way. Had nothing changed. And I was little. I don't quite remember everything, but I know there had nothing changed in the city of Jasper.
We're going to keep watching this and monitoring what happens with your situation. Shea, your prayers are with us. Shea Diggles, Cade Burnson, thank you both for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend. It's an honor to be on your show.
Coming up, Academy Award winner Morgan Freeman joins Politics Nation on movies, on the president, on the March on Washington. Get ready. Morgan Freeman is next.
Forgiveness starts here, too. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. That is why it is such a powerful weapon.